Ready?
Hello and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, a video game music podcast. This is episode 26-3. Is it 2?
I thought it was 2. I could be way off.
Really bad. 26-3. Welcome to World 26, episode 3 of Rhythm and Pixels. We're your hosts. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
Every week we listen to fantastic, the best video game music from all consoles and all generations. Every week we pick a fine topic and we pick some fine music, and then we end up talking about 90s sitcoms like Family Matters for about 2 hours, and then you go on about your day.
And it's funny you mentioned Family Matters. I spent way more time than I should have yesterday reading about the history of that show.
Oh, no kidding.
And it actually mentioned stuff that even I didn't know yet. So very shocking there.
All I know is that I went through like a big rabbit hole of the composer of the theme song, who's the same composer of the Perfect Strangers theme song, and a bunch of others.
He was a bunch of them. He was a big guy, big time for like the whole. Basically, if it was Boykin Miller, he was probably the composer of their music.
Yeah.
That was the production studio.
He did them all. I cut you off. Do you have any like trivia tidbits that we need to know about before we start the show?
Well, trivia tidbits like just day in the life, you mean? Like something that's been going on lately?
About Family Matters?
Oh, Family Matters. Well, like the one that they thought was the big secret, which I already knew from a long time ago, was that it's a spinoff of Perfect Strangers.
Yes.
That was a known fact for me. But it was weird things like how apparently Harriet and Carl, the actors, were like the parents on the show, and they pretty much prevented Eddie, the guy who played Eddie, from dropping out of school because he was going to drop out for the show. He's like, "No, you're not."
Oh, the actor was going to drop out.
The actor was going to drop out, and he's like, "No, you're not." And there was another thing where they were adamant about keeping racist jokes off the show because even though it was an all-black sitcom, they still had white producers and white writers. So there were a couple times where like they would have a joke that would get read on the show, like in the initial script, and it would come back and there's like, "Oh no, we ain't doing this on the freaking show. You can roll this back." And the reason why they were able to pull off is because at the time, I guess Reginald Bell Johnson and I can't remember her name because Reginald Bell Johnson I mainly know because of from he was on a freaking Die Hard.
Yeah, but, yeah. In my mind, still the same character.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But like he and the person who played Harriet, something Patton, they pretty much had enough clout where they could actually go to her and say, "No, you need to take this back. We're not going to just let you put this and have us act this out on the show." Yeah, because like, they had all kinds of crappy jokes. Die Hard came out in like 88 or 87. So Reginald Bell Johnson was he was like that movie was huge. So everyone knew who he was. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty amazing. We should say that this is a video game music podcast. But also, TGIF podcast. What's happened to like sitcoms these days, right? Like the 90s was so much more diverse, and now we have like New Girl. Anyway, let's move on. And Old Girl. That's my sitcom. On the show today, this is a very special show. This is actually a show that is defying all of our podcast constructs, all of our just ideas of what makes our podcast a podcast. Pernell's has this smile on his face like he has no idea what I'm going to say next, and neither do I. Actually, I just thought it was funny that we were just talking about like old sitcoms, and then the immediate lead-in could have been. And speaking of sitcoms, we have a very special episode today. This is the intervention episode for Pernell. Stop using OBS. Stop eating so many of those sour, sweet things. Anyway, this is a completely new format for our show because it's 2021 and we just want to do something different. And we want to have our friends back on the show. So that's what we're doing all this month. We have Chris Baines on the show. Are you there, Chris Baines?
Die Hard is actually a prequel to Family Matters.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes.
Shared universe. Surprised you guys didn't know this.
Which witness protection program?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on.
What's up, Chris?
Thanks for. Actually, we're not so much having you on, from what I gather. For at least for this episode, you have us on.
Kinda. So we're doing a video game music episode. and we've been talking about this for a couple months. I've done a couple things on YouTube, a couple episodes of YouTube with like Mega Man and Castlevania music quizzes. But we wanted to do something with Rhythm and Pixels, and we thought it'd be a lot of fun, and I think it'll be pretty cool. One
of my favorite things is doing dumb quizzes on the show, like every month for the Patreon stream. And so I was like I said that you were doing these YouTube videos of like name that tune quizzes, and that's really cool. And then you went off and doing these like more like longer form documentaries and like how did this get made style documentaries,
sure.
Which is really cool. So like to bring it back and to bring it onto this format and to put me and Pernell against each other, brothers fighting tooth and nail. Brother against brother.
Death.
Yeah, to the death.
Friend against friend when you quiz me. I'm going to win.
Are there stakes? Pernell, are there stakes involved? Because I don't eat meat.
Well, I was about to say, aren't you a vegetarian?
Yeah.
Well, I will say that they make tofu steaks now.
Okay. All right. So there are stakes involved. So I have to buy you a steak or you buy me a fake steak.
That's right. What do they call it? Or just get you like a log of like buffalo tempeh or something.
A log. Buy me a log of tempeh.
That's what they come in. They're like these big logs, and they marinate it in goo. And
that's like the least appetizing thing ever. For you want a log of cheese?
First of all, cheese logs are delicious. Okay,
you know what?
Take that back.
I misspoke. That is pretty good. I'm not vegan. I'm sorry, Chris. So I'm naming this episode for anybody who is a fan of British television. This is called the Big Fat Quiz Show of 2021. Hosted by Chris Baines. If you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. The Big Fat Quiz Show on the BBC. They're really funny. Usually Noel Fielding is on there and a bunch of other funny people. So that's what we're doing. This is a huge quiz show. It's going to be me and Pernell trying to guess the game and the song. Is that right?
The game, yeah. So let me lay it all out.
Yeah. All right.
So first, let me say, listeners, please play along. This is not just for Rob and Pernell. It's kind of tailored for them a little bit, but it's definitely meant for everybody to play along with. I'm trying to help Rob out a little bit here because we all know how this is probably going to go. But this is definitely meant for everybody to play along with and have fun. So the way it works is we're going to have as many songs as we can get through. I have a good amount, but I'm not sure if we're going to get through all of them. And what's going to happen is we're going to play the song. Rob and Pernell are going to try and guess the game's name, which they'll get 1 point for, and then the title of the song or where it plays for a second point. So there's 2 points available for each track that is played. And I'm going to be the final judge for the answers, so it may not be like you guys may kind of have it on the tip of your tongue, and I may give it to you. And there may be, you may not be close enough and it may take it away. We'll see. And I may even give out some half points if I'm feeling generous.
Oh, but, be generous.
Can I get half points for knowing the composer but not the game?
I can actually see that, actually.
Maybe.
Not necessarily, but let's be honest, if you pick like a Final Fantasy track, you can be like any Final Fantasy.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But if I call out like, oh, this is Motoi Sakuraba, I don't know what he did, but that sounds like him. Like,
it's like you have a huge chance. Like, what game was it? Whoa.
That may be worth 3 points, actually. So
not for Motoi Sakuraba. It's like, sounds like some crazy club's like wavy synth. That's gotta be Sakuraba.
This is my catch-up mechanism, is what it is. You know how you play Mario Kart and like that, and like your opponents always like rush up somehow.
Rubber band, man. It's rubber banding.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Rubber band.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Obviously, if we have any questions, like as we go along, we can field those. But it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, we can get rolling. Rob's in control of all the audio, so he's
I got the controls here.
He's driving.
Real quick, and make sure I got this right in my head. So is the way this is going to work is that the track's going to play for a specific window of time, or are we going to jump out with an answer?
No, we can listen whole track.
Yeah, we're going to listen to the full track. We're going to write down our answers on these little pieces of paper.
One small note is...
just because your piece of paper is bigger than mine doesn't mean anything.
He's already won. Joke's on you. There are none of the consoles are repeated. So like every time a game console has been guessed, this game may be there may be other versions of this game, like on like Genesis or like Game Boy or Game Gear, but the one that I've played for that specific console that console won't come up ever again.
So if you play a SNES track, the SNES is never coming back up?
No more SNES tracks after that. So that's like your only real hint moving forward.
Hands up!
Okay.
Pens down!
Okay, pens down.
Pencils down, gentlemen.
Okay, we're back, and we just listened to that amazing Motoi Sakuraba track from Final Fantasy X.
All right. So, Rob, I'll let you answer first.
All right.
Wait a second. Hey, wait. No. You guys, I'm actually looking at you guys both right now. So hold up your papers to the camera so I can see. Super Mario. Oh no! What do you got, Pernell?
You wrote Ghost House! You wrote Ghost House, sucker!
Yeah, Rob's wrong. Rob is incorrect. You got half of it.
Wait,
that was actually
Super
Super Mario World
House?
castle theme. No,
that was
that
the
is the
castle.
castle theme.
I had a
So you got-
I was worried about that.
Rob, you got the name, but you did not get the track title. Sorry, sir.
Okay, to my defense, I haven't played
Pernell
this
gets
game.
two.
What, you never played
that's what I
Mario
was
World
worried
before?
about.
Because if not, that's got to get remedied very soon.
Yeah,
Just gonna
Yeah,
point
you
that out.
need to fix that.
Like,
We're
that
going
might
to find
get
out which
remedied
games
next
Rob
week.
needs to play by the end of the episode. That's
all
going
of
to be
them.
the.
It's going to be all of them.
That's going to be the case. And the thing about it is, like, you made a comment earlier about being afraid that you'd pick tracks that we would like, what the heck is this guy talking about? And I get it. Like, it's genuinely hard to be able to gauge what people will guess.
Sure.
For years, I used to do like RPG panels at anime cons. And one of the big things we would do with them was name that RPG tunes. And everyone on the panel would come up with tracks they would play and then let the audience guess what the track is. And I was always the one notorious for picking tracks where people was like dumbfaced, like, what the heck is he talking about? I was like, how do you not know this? It's the game with the dude. He's got a sword. He's swinging that thing. Magic, bro. Hot. I hate everybody. This is a cool track. Like, it would drive me nuts. Like, I was like, everyone should know this. And no one would get it.
I remember I watched a video of you at MagFest last year. Was it last year or the year before that? And like you're playing like a Saturn track and like no one knows it. And you're like, you don't know this. Why do you don't know this?
I was livid. I was extremely livid. That was last year. I was helping Tim Ekibis from X Strike. He was doing he does the MagFest thing along with Zero.
Oh, that's right.
And but they asked me to come on and help with like the scoring and like keeping track of stuff.
What is it again now?
Basically every year MagFest was doing like a name that tune thing themselves, which is why like Rob and I could get in there to do it because it was already something that existed with them.
Yeah,
but
I was like, we weren't gonna do a name that tune thing, but I was like, what would be fun for people to see? Name that tune? No one does that, right?
And it's like, they do it already.
Yeah, they do it already.
But it was a particular track that came up in the roster. I'm like, oh my God, it's on the list. I'm all excited. And we're talking, this is like a crowd of like 500 or more people. And no one got it. I was extremely upset on stage.
What was it?
I don't remember anymore. It was probably Guardian Heroes.
Well, obviously it wasn't that important.
Actually, no, that's exactly what it was. Guardian Heroes. It was Guardian Heroes.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, how does no one know Guardian Heroes? Like, I'm in the middle of this thing. Like,
I wouldn't have gotten it.
You would think I'd have been embarrassed because of how many people were. I was like, no, you're all wrong. Every last one of you is wrong.
All right.
It hurt.
All right, Pernell, let the pain go. Let the pain go. That's in the past. That was last year. This is a new year, new you. Yeah, that's right. Breathe it in. Breathe it.
There we go.
Oh man, I think we're ready for. Okay, so I got a half point there. Is that how that works?
You got 1 point out of 2.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got 2 points.
Brilliant. Okay, here we go.
You're gonna bring it back, though, Rob. I got faith.
Okay. All right. So we are we're on to what, track 2?
On to track 2.
Track 2.
Numero dos.
All right, here we go. Let's take a listen. And you at home, write down your answer. All right, here we go.
Just to clarify, that track was Super Mario World's Castle theme.
The Castle theme,
correct.
Yeah, by Koji Kondo. I know that one. All right, here we go.
Indeed.
Okay, and we're back. Everybody, put your pencils down. Everybody,
and we are stumped. Jub.
I'm a little stumped. Yeah, I'm a little stumped.
I love the best part about this though. People at home are going to be listening to this, and when we do get something like, how did you not?
All right, I'm gonna tell
what
you
is wrong with you guys?
High score, like gamer of the year goes to Electric Boogaloo. He's gonna crush this episode.
Yes, he is.
His knowledge of everything is incredible.
But before I give you guys the answer, I'm going to give the listeners the same hint I gave you guys while we were listening, and it's one of the best-selling games of all time. So that's the last thing. So, gentlemen, do you have an answer for me?
I do not. This is why it's going to be interesting.
3D Tetris, Rob says.
3D
it is not.
Tetris is one of the highest selling games of all time. Maybe
it is
3DO, but the 3DO has a cool jazzy soundtrack, right?
That's true. This is
wait. Let me take one guess. Is it from Hot Shots Golf?
Wow, you were on the right track, but it is not Hot Shots Golf.
I know what it is.
I'm sorry.
It's like Wii.
But Rob, you already guessed.
Is it Wii Sports?
Well, you already guessed once, Pernell. It is Wii Sports.
Oh my God!
You already guessed. That answer is sadly disqualified, my friend.
Well, in my defense, though, I did get it before you said it. I just don't get the
That's
point.
true. That's true.
My God! And the sad part is, like, Wii Sports and I go way back. Though, which game was it? Was it golf?
No, Wii Sports, the original vanilla main title theme from the Wii.
Oh, so it was like just when you're trying to pick what game you want to play. Okay.
It's the title theme, from Wii Sports, the main
makes
theme.
sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I played so much Wii Sports, but I never really do main screen. So we just went right to bowling.
Well, I thought you guys might know it from Smash Brothers because it shows up. It plays in one of the backgrounds of the Smash Brothers stages. I can't even remember which one.
You need to help me by helping me play Smash Brothers. I haven't even unlocked the blasted roster.
Oh man,
it's a shame. I have all the DLC too.
It's gonna be a long episode, gentlemen.
Yes, it is. Part of the fun.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that. I enjoyed that song a lot. I can't believe I didn't think. I was thinking like cheesy airline music. Maybe I'm like shopping for a pair of pants, a pair of chinos at Kohl's.
And the funny part is, I was actually on the right track originally, and because my original guess, which I didn't use, was going to be Pilot Wings.
Yeah, but like,
and it was kind of Pilot Wingsy. That's Wii Sports is definitely, especially Resort, is definitely a Pilot Wings-esque game,
right? So I was like, it was fairly close. It was just.
Is it really? I don't know. I never seen that. It's like it's a collection of mini games, right?
Yeah. You've never played Wii Sports, Rob?
No.
That is surprising to me.
Why?
Everybody,
the Wii came out when I wasn't buying game consoles. Like I jumped from the Dreamcast to the Xbox 360.
Your grandparents should have had one.
No, my thing is that I was buying game consoles. I would have thought you would have played my copy of Wii Sports.
No, I came over to if we ever hung out, we were playing Nintendo DS, or we were playing like old school games like Radiant Silvergun and stuff like that.
Which I'll admit I can't complain. I like,
but mainly we were playing DS. We were playing like Tetris and stuff.
There it is.
Or Meteos, or Puzzle. What's that puzzle one? The Puzzle Dupont.
Well, next time you come over here, we're playing Wii Sports.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you got some catching up to do, Rob.
Just get the list written up.
My grandparents have you beat, my friend.
Oh, I know. Good for them. Good for them too. You know.
Good for them. That's the only one they would beat you on, but that's about it. All right, next track.
Next track. Here we go. This is track number 3.
Okay, I need more points.
Yeah, we need more. I need.
No, you don't need 8 points.
That was my opportunity to catch up. All right, here we go. Number 3. This is we're already heated. All right, let's go. Number 3. And we're back.
Track number 3.
Back to
actually, I might still get a point if Rob doesn't know the track title.
How do you guys? Well, it's either the track title or where it plays. So I'm cutting you guys a little bit of slack. So let me see those answers, gentlemen.
Well, you might not be able to see it from the camera because I'm writing on I might see writing in the lines, but just know that I wrote on the paper, so I can't erase it and I can read it.
Oh, you even know the track title. Okay, Rob, what do you got?
Darn it, so does he. It's not
that is Streets. Oh, actually, Rob, you're wrong again.
Did you write one?
Streets of Rage 2.
He wrote one on your
Streets of Rage 2, Go Straight, and stage 1.
Okay, I got the track title though, right? Go
Yeah,
straight.
you still got partial points.
Okay, so I wrote
I got
down
it
Streets
all,
of
though.
Rage, Go Straight, but it was 2. I get those two mixed up sometimes.
Trust me.
I prefer the first stage 1 from Streets of Rage 1, but
I will admit,
Yeah, that's fighting in the street, right?
I will admit that in your
Yes.
face, in your defense, though, a lot of people tend to kind of mentally forget the first game existed because of how much the second improved on the
Oh, the
formula.
second was so good. Music-wise,
so much better.
gameplay-wise,
Yeah.
everything was awesome. But the first one was still fun.
Yeah, I'd still go back and play. Eh?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Just-
it's great. Did you guys play Streets of Rage 4?
I have it.
Yes and no. I started
No.
playing it. Well, the reason being is because I started playing it on the Xbox Game Pass, but I didn't want
Sure.
to do much with it because I had already ordered it through limited run, so I was
you
just
gotta
waiting it
physical
out. And then by the time it came in, I was like, well, I'm playing other stuff now, so I just never went back to it. But I played a few stages, and my
Is it good?
Oh, it's a good game. My only
I heard
issue is
great
that
things about it.
fun fact about this, I did a podcast for a Game of the Year awards with X Strike Studios folks, and one of the topics was like biggest disappointments of 2020. And my biggest disappointment, one of them, was Streets of Rage 4, and people wanted to throw me off a bus, but I said no. Hear me out. My issue is that people like kind of grappled on the Streets of Rage 4 like it was like the best thing since sliced bread. They were waiting forever for the return of beat 'em ups, and Rob already knows where I'm going with this. Which is that
It's not the
I got
return.
livid.
They've been there forever.
they've been there forever.
True.
And Fighting Rage is a better game with better music, and it's been around for longer.
You
So
can't
it's
be
like,
you can't be
people-
disappointed by a game that just came out just because a game that came out a year prior was better.
Well, the game was overall. The game itself wasn't the disappointment. It was just my leading into the disappointment being that people ignored quality titles because
Okay.
they were waiting for a named title. Just like
That-
how the Dreamcast got hurt because everyone's like, "Well, waiting for the PS2 to come out." Like, there's a good game right here.
That was me busting on you, but honestly, I'm really happy that you just took that opportunity to tell more people about Fight and Rage. because
Better believe it.
Because it's amazing.
Gonzalo
Yeah.
Varela, baby.
Yeah.
Did Yuzo Koshiro do the soundtrack in 4?
No, he did the intro theme and like the character select theme, and every other track was done by like a mix of different people they brought on for the game.
Okay.
Good,
They were
good
being
artists,
very
though.
quiet
Really good
about
artists.
that.
And don't get me
Okay,
wrong,
so it was
and don't get me wrong though, the OST is good, it's decent, but it
It's just
doesn't hold a
decent.
candle to. Well, I say decent because it doesn't hold a candle to what we've come accustomed to from Yuzo. So, and that's what something
Sure.
that a lot of people were upset about. But just like in a lot of things like this, once you've gotten past, like say that first pass, that first play of it, and you revisit the game, it's not so bad. You're like, okay, now I can appreciate this now that I don't have the expectations riding on it. And I'm just listening to it as it is. It's good.
Yeah, well, but the Streets of Rage soundtracks were so just innovative for the time, for video game soundtracks at least.
Especially the
for
third
bringing,
game.
like house music in. You know, that's nothing that had really done that before, honestly, that I could think of. At least anything prominent. So
But especially the third
Yeah.
game, that's when you just got straight up crazy experimentals. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna make
they-
I'm take this track and play it backwards.
Yeah, they took everything like to another level, experimental wise, and it was very. I feel like it still is very divisive. Like I think,
I never played the third one.
yeah, it's like the game's cool. It's just the soundtrack is really. It's like it's atonal for a lot of it. It's very noisy.
Like after this episode record is done, look up the Poets 2.
But that's
the track that I was saying I prefer over Go Straight. And I may well be the only person in the world that does, aside from maybe Ed Wilson. Though for all I know, he likes the track, but he might not like it more than Go Straight.
There's the
I don't
Poets
even know.
1 and there's the Poets 2. And the Poets 2 is incredible. It's one of the coolest tracks on the Sega Genesis, modern composers included.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Anyway, so
You guys ready for the next track?
I'm ready to get these points because I'm doing good so
All right.
far.
yeah, I know you are.
Except for that Wii Sports mix-up. What was I thinking?
Okay. Number 4. And we're back. That was track number 4 from
All right,
Answers
guys.
written
Big
down.
Fat Quiz Show of 2021, starring Rob, Rock'em Sock'em Robert, and Pernell, Pock'em Sock'em Pernell.
Perplexilated Pernell. There you go. Because I'm always.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, here's
Let
mine.
me see him. Okay. Well, these.
I wrote Battletoads theme song.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wrote,
there it is. You guys both got it. It is the Battletoads main theme or title screen.
And I'm going to
So
tell
you
you.
guys both swept that round.
Now, I got to
I'm
tell
so
you.
proud of you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you. So it's
So
the only good
proud.
thing about that game is the music.
so as the music was playing,
disagree.
immediately, like, that's what Pernell says. And I'm like, no. So the little known fact is that a few years ago, more than a few years ago, I've never tried to speedrun a game until Battletoads. And I tried
You
to
tried to speedrun this?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got pretty
Christ,
far on
wow.
it. Like I never been able to like fully complete to the end, but I had a few tricks and I was able to like just blow through so much of the game. I was
that was my
traveling a
first
lot
question
for work.
right there.
Yeah, I was traveling a lot for work, and so I was playing on planes and airports and stuff. And so like everyone's like sitting in business class, like doing important business stuff, and I have my DS and I'm playing Battletoads.
Classic game. And for me, my experience with Battletoads, it was a game that everybody and their mom would hype up. Of course, there was always the GameStop, you have Battletoads, blah, blah. And I never played it. So, like, when Matt and I were doing that Pernell and Matt Play Game show, it was like one that was immediately requested that we do. So I played it for the first time on that show. And I came away, like, just constantly frustrated by, like, this is not because I wasn't, like, doing okay at it. I got pretty good. It's just... Good was glitchiness.
It's
and
super glitchy.
There was a lot of issues I was coming across. Like, this is not cutting it. Where's all this love that people have coming from?
You use
But
the
then the music was
glitches.
good.
You gotta use the glitches, Pernell. You gotta use them.
I think one, and then the best.
I don't think it's
part about
aged well. I don't think the game's aged well.
No, it
but
did
I,
not, yeah.
I enjoyed it as a child. I will say that.
And the worst part about it was that we had to do it 2 times because the first episode Matt lost all the footage.
I can't believe
So
it.
we had to record it all over. He had to play up to the part where he lost all the footage, and then we had to play it again. So then we played through it, and I think I stopped before we finally gave up. I got to the level where the tube turns around and you're getting chased by the electrical ball or whatever.
Yeah, it's
Have
all,
you guys
it's all
played the new one?
memorization. Yeah, you gotta use emulators to memorize everything.
Have you played the new one that just came out in 2020?
I have not, but I've heard it's actually good. Like,
Yeah,
it's more of a strict beat 'em up.
I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard it's so different. They have like a bunch of different types of like gameplay modes in it. It's like kind of like as a joke in a sense.
So it did maintain some of the level and concept variety that the original game had.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Although it takes it to the next extreme, where there's like 10 to 15 different game modes, I believe, or something along those lines.
Well,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
cool. I think that's
but-
cool. I feel like if they're going to do anything, if they're going to take anything from the original game, like that concept is what they should be taking over.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to check it out really bad. But yeah, good work, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All right.
saying. I got
On to the next track?
Yes, let's do this.
All right, we
I
got
want to get
track.
through all 15.
Okay, we're going to track number 5. And we're back. That was track number 5. I hope that you got this one, because I think I got this one, Pernell.
Rob looks very confident.
Yeah.
What do you got, Rob?
I got hit by a truck because my best guess is that was like a Genesis track or something. But then I was like, Genesis fighting game track.
You're close. You're on the right track. Rob, what do you got?
I got this bad boy.
That's right. Super Street Fighter 2 Cammy's theme.
I got
well
this.
done. Pernell's got a big
Pernell,
zero.
did you have any guess, Pernell? Did you have anything?
No, because like my only thought was that it sounded like it was a fighting game, and it sounded like it could have been like a Genesis soundboard. But I was like, it couldn't be a Genesis game and a fighting game. But it's funny because Super Street Fighter did come to the system, but it wasn't called Super Street Fighter, right? Wasn't it like some like weird knockoff version, like Tournament Edition or something?
No, it was still Super Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
but didn't it have like a special title follow up to it, like Tournament Edition?
So here's the
Championship
legacy.
Edition.
Yeah, here's the legacy that I remember. It was
Rob's gonna drop some knowledge.
This is what I remember anyway. I don't know if this is the actual release time, but this is how it happened around my friend group when in junior high or whenever it came out. Yeah, junior high, it was like 6th grade or something. Anyway, so it came out on Super Nintendo as just Street Fighter 2 first.
Correct.
Right.
That is correct.
And I didn't have a Nintendo. I had a Genesis. And I was like, come on, when's this thing coming out? Because this is the only game I ever want to play. But they were waiting for Championship Edition. So it was like Championship Edition came out on the Genesis, which had the hyper fighting stuff included. And then on the Super Nintendo, they had another release that was Hyper Fighting Championship Edition. And then at the same time, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which had Cammy and T-Hawk and Fei Long and the rest. They came out on both systems at the same time.
Was that Champion Edition?
That was close. It was Genesis, I believe, was Special Champion Edition after Street Fighter 2. It was Capcom kind of playing like Sega and Nintendo against each other because they kept going back and forth, flip flopping. Yeah, and then Super Street Fighter 2 came out on both Genesis and Super NES at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that makes sense because like my memory was just so off there.
And it had the 6-button controller.
So what we've realized is that now I need RPG tracks to stomp Rob in the mud.
Well, we are 5 tracks in, and we have Chris Baines hosting the show. I have a feeling that the rest of the tracks we're listening to are all from JRPGs that I won't remember. So.
This is Chris we're talking about.
We're going to find out.
Would you, Chris?
We're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Just a second here with track number 6.
Track number 6. I know this tune. Oh, this is killing me now. Hold on. All right.
We're giving Rob another 5 more seconds.
Oh,
trying to figure this out.
Them points.
And I kind of tossed the thing for him because I thought he might know this. I'm trying to give him a fighting chance.
Hey, he took the last one. He nailed it.
And Pernell's got this pure confidence in his eyes. He knows exactly what's going on here. Oh my, he's doing the dance too. Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Okay, here's my answer. I know it's a PlayStation RPG. Is it Front Mission? And this song is the robot love scene.
What do you
I
got,
wish
Pernell?
it was.
What do you
now.
got?
So originally I was like, he wouldn't go for Dago Dago and pick Radiant Silvergun, which was where I was getting confused with. But no, this is the boss. No. This is the boss theme from Ikaruga.
Boss one.
Yep, because I know.
Can you name the boss? Here's the question. Can you name the actual track title? I'll be incredibly surprised if you can name the actual track
I've never
title.
even, to be blunt, I've never even seen the track title listing for this game. I know this track because I was trying to get better at Ikaruga to the point where I was literally like redoing levels over and over to try to get better at them. And that first boss, you know, with the whole like that sword that he would launch the sword out to the front and then would throw the bullets to the side. I had that whole pattern down to like a science where I was knocking his ass out quick. So, but I've heard this track so many times just from redoing that battle. Wow. That's why it's ingrained.
Same here, man.
I can't believe
Same here. I knew Rob loved shmups, and he's a big Dreamcast fan, so I that's why I thought that in. I was curious if he.
Ikaruga like broke my brain the way you have to like swap colors and then also dodge bullets, but only the bullets that are gonna hurt you. Like to the point where I couldn't like my brain couldn't put it together. So I just stopped playing.
That's what I loved about the game. It's like it was good.
It was all clever, yeah, but oof. Rough.
So just to make sure everyone got the answer, it is Ikaruga Boss 1, also titled Butsu Kekai, which is the actual. Okay. I don't know if that's the name of the boss or the track or what, but that's what's listed on there as well.
Be ready for games.
Let me update the scores here real quickly here.
See, now I want to go back and play more Radiant Silvergun though. Like I'm not sure if you remember that, how like the boss fights would always start with that weird text that was like that English. It's like "Be ready for games" or something.
I've never played Radiant Silvergun. I have a Saturn now. I finally acquired a Saturn. I just need to get Radiant Silvergun.
Did you have a Sega Xbox 360 at any point?
I did. I did not have it once they released Radiant Silvergun, unfortunately.
Because honestly, my experience with it was
the 360 port.
Yeah, but before that actually, I did get to play it on Saturn. But my fool self, what happened was I had just started going to college, and I had met my friend there named Mike. His name was Mike, and he was a big Saturn nut. Like he was importing games and stuff. And at the time, this was also me learning about import games. And he goes, "Hey, I'm about to import this cool game by Treasure. It's called Radiant Silvergun." And I was like, man, I would, but I totally just... Metal Gear Solid just came out, so I ended up buying that and Mega Man Legends instead. And neither of those games were worth a penny compared to Radiant Silvergun, so I was just in there, not as hard to find.
Wow, that's a huge knock on Metal Gear Solid, jeez.
No, well, I mean, no, it's not. Metal Gear Solid had like 5 re-releases. I mean, the game was not hard to get.
Yeah. Kojima's crying in the corner right now. Way to go.
What? Why was my
with all his money?
years later, you and I went to visit Mike when he lived around like the Virginia or whatever DC area, and that was the first time I got a chance to play Radiant Silvergun. Was at his house, and I was like, "This is good. How did I not get a chance to play this one?" And I was like, "Oh, that's right. It was on the Sega Saturn, and now I can't find
importing.
it anymore." Yeah, all that importing,
and not in America.
I'm actually.
It's such a good game.
I'm playing through the Dudon Pachi series, Daiojiao and the Resurrection Black Label on my Twitch stream every Sunday. So twitch.tv/Rabuman.
And
special plug from Rob.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I missed. It says they say be attitude for games. That's what it was. So like every time, like before a boss fight, it's like every time you got into a boss fight, before the boss would come up, it would like have like this text that would pop up where it would tell you like, you know, enemy name like Micah L or Mika L. And then it says be attitude for games, and it'll have like a numbering block, like 1, 2, 3 steps. Like for this particular boss, it said evasion tech, 2, decide weapons, and 3, follow feeling.
Is it Radiant Silvergun you're talking about?
Yeah, like every boss had a weird lead-in like that. Like it would say be attitude for games, and it would have like a bullet numbering of like steps you should take to prepare for the battle, and it was always nonsense English. It was hilarious.
And that was Hitoshi Sakamoto, right? He did the soundtrack for Silvergun?
I believe so,
Yes,
actually, yeah.
yeah.
The Final Fantasy Tactics guy, yeah. Sweet.
I
wanna
that
play
explains.
so
You
bad.
know what? That explains why I thought it was a PlayStation RPG, because it was Sakamoto.
Well, no, Sakamoto did not do that track, though. I'm talking about Silvergun, Radiant Silvergun. This is Ikaruga.
Oh right. Anyway, moving on.
It's like I needed an excuse to name Mech
We just
Love
got
Battle.
really sidetracked and started talking about
I
Radiant
feel like
Silvergun a bunch.
in my mind, I'm like, everyone's trying to fool me here. It's like a double bluff situation. I'm not going to figure this out.
No.
I know. We're
All right.
here. All right, so we're on to track number
Track
7.
I'm feeling it. Hopefully it's entertaining for listeners because I'm having a lot of
Yeah, I'm
fun
having a
with
good
this.
time. I'm also really stressed, but I'm having a good time.
That's what quiz shows will do to a person.
Indeed.
So Pernell's freaking out is making me feel like I don't have the right answer.
No, you probably do.
I was like,
That's what's
You might.
killing me.
oh my god.
Very well might. We're going to find out in just a
Okay.
second.
Wait.
here.
I'm gonna take a shot at
Yeah,
it.
Pernell, take a shot at it. Just a shot in the dark.
Take a shot. Yeah.
This is like, you think, like, we've been doing this for 5 years, right? We should know what we're talking about.
There's a lot of music out there, though. That's the
There is
thing.
a lot of music.
This is killing me. All right, here we go. I'm putting my answer up right now.
All right, go ahead. Let me see them answers. Oh my
right.
gosh, Rob nailed it.
Oh,
Pernell.
crap. I was close.
Oh my gosh, you got half a point there. You got 1 point. Tetris. So it is Tetris Game Boy C-type music.
Oh, I got the right song too.
You got
Yeah,
Rob,
I had type B.
Rob swept it, baby.
I feel
I do
so
feel
good about
better
this.
though because I was like, I know
still
this
got
is
it.
crap.
about this.
Because type A is did, and then type B. Oh crap! Because B is doom, 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 doom,
Yeah, because this is a classic song, right? This is not composed for the game. This was arranged for the game.
Don't know if Type C was actually a Russian folk song or not. I know Type A and B, I believe. I know A was for sure because it's Kurubaneki, I think is what it's called. Kurubaneki. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but
I can't pronounce that. But it is a Russian folk song. Type C is an arranged version of the French suite. Here we go. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. Look at this.
I'm pulling this stuff up, man.
This is kicking. I'm actually kind of kicking.
I thought you knew this off the top of your head for a
that's
second,
why.
and then I realized you actually looked it
It's
up.
Bach. It's Bach. It's French
It
suite
is
number
Bach,
3, B
okay.
minor. Yeah.
This just goes to show you, for all the freaking music I have retained up here, sometimes it gets jumbled. It gets mixed up. Because
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I've played the crap out of Tetris over
I
the
know.
years too.
This one too. Like I feel like this was the pack-in with the Game Boy, and so like this is all I played for like at least a year, maybe 2 years or 3 years. Just Tetris,
every
Tetris,
time
Tetris. And I would
and
get
that's
bored
the
with
worst-
the same song, and then for like a week straight, I would listen to this song. You know.
And for me, it was the opposite, which is making me even angry that I got the wrong type because I would only play type B. Whenever I play, it was always do.
Type B
I
is
didn't
the
even
best.
use the other ones. Yeah, she should get
I
me a
know
point
this
for that.
song. This song is special to me in particular because my old band covered it, and I didn't really know the track very well. But our other guitarist arranged it as part of my medley. We kind of collaborated on a medley, and Type C is sandwiched between A and B, and it ended up being such a cool track, and I'm really glad we covered it. But yeah, and I had no idea it was a Bach song, so there we go. I learned something too.
The power of Russia compels
See,
you.
it's not
rock.
It's not video game music, so Pernell gets a pass.
I appreciate that.
Right.
Well, this next track is basically going to be a slam dunk for Rob.
Oh,
Oh, that's
So
not
this
what
is
you're
gonna be-
saying
it's
out
gonna be
loud.
track 8. No. Rob, if you don't get this, you automatically we're stopping the show.
no.
Oh no,
Say
Rob.
that.
This is it. You fail automatically if you
Putting
don't get this
the weight
track.
on your shoulders.
There's going to be a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
Weight
pressure
on
here.
your shoulders.
Yeah. Here we go with track number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we both got that.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
There's no way.
And we're back. And yeah.
We're going to find out if the game ends right now, depending on Rob's answer.
Well, yeah, Rob's gonna. You better have it.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. Let me see these answers.
All right.
There we go. Oh, Rob, no! Let me see Pernell.
It is burning heat.
Yeah, it's Burning Heat.
Yep. Which DDR is it from, Pernell?
It was the bonus track in DDR Extreme.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, wait
a
from
minute.
DDR Max 2.
Oh, it was in Max 2.
Was it Max 2?
It is Max 2, and it is Burning Heat 3-option mix.
Well, I got the 3-option mix.
You
though.
got the Burning Heat, so,
Wait, so
I
what
guess
was
we'll
the-
continue.
No,
I
no,
guess
I'm
the
trying-
show doesn't end now.
Now I'm trying to remember this. So wait, so the first one was Max 300 and Candy Heart, not Candy Star, and then Max 2 was like it was like that second version of Max 300, the crappy one.
Rob, you can look it up and fact check me. Fact
And
check
then
me right
Burning
now.
Heat.
Because the fact that you guys both said extreme has me worried that I
Well, the thing is like, so in the history of DDR, right, like, Extreme came out, and the next mix after Extreme was Supernova, and there was so much time in between those two mixes that
Like everything just kind of spilled into Extreme.
we just played Extreme the most, is what happened, and most people thought that DDR was over at that point until Supernova came out.
Sure.
So hold on. So
Because now I'm trying. What would the bonus tracks in Extreme have been then?
Wasn't there I know there's a Castlevania track in one of the DDRs.
Yeah, but the thing that makes this one special is that Burning Heat was like the extra stage.
if you want to say,
Well, there was.
if you want to get
Go ahead,
into it, it first came out on 2DX, Beat Mania 2DX 7th style.
Man.
But I had a feeling that's where it was.
Well, again, they did a lot of transplant songs though, so it counts for any of those things.
Or was it on DDR Extreme?
I'm thinking it was
The big question is, were you guys right? Were your answers right?
because you also got to remember if you read that from
They were?
It was
DDR Max 2, it could have been a home version because they used to do.
I know
this
it's
thing
on
where
Max
it's
2
no,
for
he
sure.
was right.
version.
He was right. Max 2.
It is Max 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the extra stage?
That's
from
the version my
DDR
wife
Extreme?
plays.
This was not.
Max
This
2
was
is
not.
my wife
No, this was
plays
not an
both
extra
times,
stage. And in Extreme, the extra stage was it was Paranoia Respect something. No, PSM only. It was Paranoia Survivor.
That was the
something.
extra stage.
Yeah. Which at
Rob.
the time was hard because like the machines weren't good enough to step that fast usually.
And the thing about Burning Heat, which is why it's really killing me that I had the wrong game in mind, was because Burning Heat 3 option was one of the first ones where I was determined to try to get like a full combo for the high difficulty that was considered to be, specifically because it was a Gradius remix.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is
so
amazing.
That song is so hard to play too.
Yeah, it's good because it's got it's got a mixture of like triplets and
it's got gallops.
Yeah, galloping stuff. So it's a good mix of things, but yeah, it's tough to score on.
Yeah, you guys are talking about pay grade now, man. I don't know DDR that well.
You're the musician. Come on.
Yeah, being a musician does not mean I play DDR, unfortunately.
Well, honestly, the downside to it is that now all these music games are too hard for all of us, because aside from us being older, they decided they wanted to make them like freaking infinity difficult now. So like I'll go play Pump It Up thinking I'm a bee's knees candidate. In reality, I'm like halfway up the chain of difficulties. It's ridiculous.
Have you been to round one and seen those, like, the arcade machines, the Japanese arcade machines that have like the circle with all the buttons in the circle, and you have to like push?
And I go to town on that thing too. Are you talking about the ones like a giant washing machine? So it's like you have to kind of take your fingers and running along the outer rim of the circle.
Yeah, and then it's like you have to like drag it like across it, kind of like, there's like a little screen.
I kill that game. I love it so much.
That's called like, a lot of fun. It's called like Waka. No, Waku. Is it Waku?
Oh God,
no, it's like Wacka.
Wacka.
WACCA.
WACCA, yeah. Yeah, that's a really fun one. That's like, yeah, these rhythm games are so much fun to play.
They're great.
Love them, yeah.
It goes to show you, I mean, what, Beatmania is up to like 29th mix?
Yeah, Poppin's up to like, what, 806?
I think Poppin's up to 30th.
Yeah, it's up.
Poppin' 30.
Pretty high, but yeah.
They're still going too, right?
Yeah, and I'll say I don't play DDR anymore. Like all the newest mixes, I don't care about. All I would care about is like the custom stuff at home.
Makes sense. Yeah. Are you guys ready for the next track?
Let's go.
Yeah, here we go.
Number 9.
I'm joining this right now.
Number 9. I think we got time for maybe 2 or 3 more, and but I don't know how many did you bring with you?
I have 15 total.
All right, yeah, maybe 2 or 3 more, and we'll see how we're doing.
Okay.
Right, so track number 9. All right, and we're back. That was a beautiful song. That was really
One
good.
of my favorites.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorites.
But an abomination of a lack of guessing.
All right, so Pernell, did you guess it all?
I got nothing.
All right, I got a.
Bob?
I'll just say mine. I Tales of something.
Tales of Blank. It is not from an RPG, surprisingly. It sounds like it is, but it is not. It is actually from an Xbox 360 game. It's just a little niche game that kind of came out called Halo 3. And
I feel okay now. I feel okay now.
The track name is One Final Effort, and it is from, I believe, the Covenant level. But it is an amazing track. It's my favorite Halo track. I believe composed by Marty O'Donnell.
Wow,
Fun fact, by the
so
way.
good. That was so good.
So good, right?
Halo, yeah, like Halo, I wasn't a fan of FPS games for a long time, and to this day, I'd almost want to say I'm still not, but I've really come around to them over the years. But back when Halo was big, I was not so much. Then when Halo 3 came out, it was a really big launch title. Like most of my friends who had Xbox 360s at the time were getting out midnight launches. And I went out and wanted to be a part of the flock, so I went out there and I picked it up and I tried to get into it. And it just, the single player didn't stick for me because I wasn't invested in the narrative. Probably because I didn't start from the other two.
Yeah.
But then when I attempted to do the online stuff, that game is pretty much why I didn't do online play with strangers. Because I kid you not, my first online session, I was called the N-word within like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
Look at the
man.
time. Look at
That's
the time.
definitely Xbox Live in the mid-2000s for sure.
Pretty
I guess
much.
nothing's changed, really, but...
It really hasn't, but at least nowadays I have enough. I know enough people either through personally or through like I can like interact with, through finding them in like groups or something. Like, hey, do you want to play this game with me personally? That way, if you say something out of turn, I can just tell people this guy's a jerk, as opposed to being some rando guy who like PMs my box and is like, way to be a noob jerk, schmickle pip or something.
Yeah.
Wherever the taunts are, the kids
You tell him,
use these
Pernell.
days.
You tell him.
That was my first Halo game as well. I did not play Halo 1 and 2. I didn't have an original Xbox, so Halo 3 was my first foray. And I didn't get latched onto the series or anything, but I definitely enjoyed it, and I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is incredible.
That was really that's amazing.
That track
that
was
makes me want to
great.
go play Halo now. Honestly, I've never played any Halo game before.
They're great games.
Yeah.
They're great games.
Wait, no.
Did you get into Gears of War at all?
I love Gears of War. Gears of War I got into way more than Halo, for sure.
But Gears of War was solid. I played co-op on the third game, and I was into it.
I'll say that. Remember Matt's wedding like ages ago. Pernell. They have his friend Tim. I think was also his best man. They brought all those CRT TVs.
Yeah, they had a
into his
LAN,
house,
right?
And we had a big LAN party with all the old Xboxes, and we just played. I remember because one guy's his name was Lieutenant LT Smash.
The time is now.
That means something different
LT
nowadays.
Smash.
And I was too smashed to be able to play very well. And that's my excuse. I'm sticking with it. All right, so we have time for one more.
Come on, two more.
All right, so track number 10. Here we go. That was it? Oh, no.
I thought you
That was
knew
a
it.
quick
You were
one.
talking like you
That was
knew
a
it.
quick one.
Oh, I know that song so well. I know that song
Let's hold them up.
I'm
by ear. Hold on.
curious. You had a guess?
I took a guess because, like I said, I
You
knew the
get 1
track.
point.
I was dancing to the darn thing. I know the track. It's just I couldn't place it, so I took a shot in the dark. Cause like I bet this is what it is.
We're gonna find out in a sec. Rob's still going.
I love how Rob was like, "We're about to
Tick-tock.
cut this a little
Tick-tock.
short," but he's into the mix. He's like, "Nope, I gotta guess."
This is my shot. I'm not sure if this is what it is. All right, here we go.
What do we got?
What did you write? What does that say? Cross code? Oh no, sir.
No, crosscode. Let me see what he got. It is not what he got. Pernell, I can't see. Hold it. Oh my gosh, Pernell, you're so close. You're so close. You got half of it. You got half of it. It was actually from Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Wait. If I was wrong about, was it? It is hit the targets though, right?
It is break the targets. Correct.
Okay, so you're.
It is from Super Smash Bros.
You should give me
Melee.
that, Smash Brothers. Come on, you can give me that.
I will give you half a point. No, I couldn't get. I didn't give Rob half a point for Streets of Rage 1. So sorry,
true.
I can't.
So it's +1.
So
listeners, you know I knew what I was talking. Super Smash Bros. Melee.
It is from Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it is break the target.
So was that Motoi Sakuraba?
That is not Motoi Sakuraba, to my knowledge, at least.
The funny part is he has composed for Smash Bros.
He may have, man. I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Listeners, you know I knew what I was talking about. That's what's important. Help me out.
You were so close, Pernell.
Oh, that song was so familiar to me. It was like somewhere in my brain. It was like, you know this song, and all I could think.
For
it was
me,
a funny game. So
the reason why it stuck with me so hard though was because, for those who remember, there was a character unlock attached to hit the targets, which meant you had to do all the hit the target levels with either every character or at least one. But I want to say it was every character.
In Melee...
No, it was one specific character. You had to do all of their hit the targets. That's what it was.
Melee, you could get every character just by leaving the system on long enough.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. I unlocked everybody with their actual requirements.
One
character...
Probably puts it on hard mode, and then he's like, I'm do this all by hand.
Melee is my game,
Which is why I haven't unlocked all the guys in Ultimate. Because clearly I would have just done that with Dex. I heard you can do that in that game, too. But
Ultimate, everyone's already unlocked, I thought.
No, they made the dumbest decision.
Oh,
they
you're
unlock
right.
Everybody again. It was a terrible decision.
Right. It's with the you can do it in the adventure mode kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. You can either run through the adventure mode, or they have that whole time requirement thing before.
Yeah.
Can I just give them $10 and get all the characters?
I would do that, to be perfectly blunt.
If it was any other company but Nintendo, yes.
Because I will be honest, I would totally do that because I think it's ridiculous. I want to play with the characters, but I don't get to play it enough with people to actually put the time in to unlock stuff.
But is this the bonus rounds? Do we get one more extra on this one?
No, there's no extra. You're the one who needs to go. There's no bonus.
I will give 4 points total, 2 for each on this last track.
Don't give him that. He's the one that wants to go.
I don't know if Rob's going to get this one. It's track 13, Rob. If you can find that,
I can do that. I can take care of that. And we're back, and Chris can see my face. I'm confused.
It's a very confused face. It's kind of worrying.
Whereas you can see my face, my brain is spinning, baby.
Oh my goodness.
My brain is pretty much pulsating right now.
It should be with that track.
All right,
track especially.
I think I have a good answer here. Here we go.
Okay, go ahead, Rob. What do you got first? No.
What does that say?
Wii Sports Resort. No, I'm sorry. Good guess.
I trained for minutes a day just for this question.
What is it?
Brain Age, and it is the main theme. Brain Age, train your brain in minutes a day. The main theme, the title theme.
That was one of the DS games that we played all the time.
Yep, we did the math race.
And the loser just feels like an idiot.
Yeah, because we used to do the race for the math equation. The math
race, yeah. And so, like, if you win, you were like, yes, I crushed you. And everyone's like, I suck at math.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. Like, the music in that game, that sound was very, very distinct. Like,
good memory, Pernell. Good memory.
Very good. So it was neck and neck up until that one. But since we doubled the points
which I think
on
was
that track, Pernell came away with it all, 15 to Rob's 9. So congratulations, Pernell, on your steak dinner.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it, Rob. Rob is a good cook, so I'm looking forward to that meal.
Oh, he's going to cook it for you, too.
I mean, he doesn't have to. He can just pay for it, but I think it's cheaper to cook.
You're going to get Omaha steaks delivered to your doorstep, Pernell.
I'll take them. What were the other tracks that we didn't get to? What were they?
Okay, so the other tracks that we did not get to are Chrono Cross Lizard Dance for the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
Duke Nukem 3D main theme Grab Bag for the PC. Panzer Dragoon Flight or Stage 1 from the Saturn. And then Mario Kart 64, the different raceways, Mario Luigi Royal Raceway and Mario Stadium for the Nintendo 64.
I would have got that.
All right, this was a lot of fun. We need to do this more often, Chris.
I want to.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm down to do it whenever. You let me know when the next time you want to do this is, and I'll make another. I'll put another quiz together for you guys.
Oh man, that was so much fun. Pernell, I do bow to you, Lord and Master of all video games.
No. You don't bow. Just get that steak ready. Just get that steak ready.
All right, but you got to get your own A1 steak sauce.
I actually, sadly enough, I have a bottle in my cabinet that I probably bought like 3 years ago. I never opened it. So I really eat beef.
So the show notes for this episode is going to be a little different. I'm not going to have any of the track names. Or I'll have it hidden on the website, and then on the YouTube page, there's usually like little time markers. So you can click on it and go from like track to track. I'm just gonna leave them blank, but there'll still be time markers. So if you want to play along, you can just click along on YouTube, make it a lot easier for yourself. But if you want to get in contact with Pernell or myself, if you have a track suggestion or if you have a topic suggestion, and you want to get to know us, send us an email.
rhythmandpixels@hotmail.com.
And for a full track listing from all of our episodes and access to all of our episodes, because not all of them are on the feed, just because the feed only supports so many episodes, and we have a lot of them now. Go to the website.
rhythmandpixels.com.
Go to youtube.com/rhythmandpixels. We have all of our episodes there, and we have a radio station that plays all day long of 8-bit and 16-bit classics. It's a live stream. That's a curated list between Pernell and myself, so it's like almost 800 some tracks of just really good music from 8-bit and 16-bit generation consoles. Check us out.
We also got to before we forget though, we also want to note we still got Chris Baines' music, but as we already mentioned earlier in the show, he's expanded to some other ventures. So where else could they find you at?
Yes, Chris.
Well, I'll start the plug parade. First off, I'm most active on my YouTube page, Chris Baines. There's no music at the end now. I've been doing gaming documentaries. I've done Super Monkey Ball, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Resident Evil 4, The Adventures of Billy Beamish. I have a lot more on the way. Thank you. That's been my new thing. So please check that out. Subscribe if you like that kind of stuff. I also have some video game music quizzes on my page. Like I said, Mega Man, Castlevania, Super Mario Brothers, Zelda. A lot of them are themed, and they're a lot of fun. People seem to enjoy them, which is what kind of spawned this whole endeavor. And I also am playing with the X Hunters. which is a video game music band. As I said this, I think I was on the show almost exactly a year ago from today.
Yeah.
But I had just joined the X Hunters, and obviously COVID kind of shut that down. But I still recommend you checking them out. I'm not on any of the tracks yet, but it is, I believe, xhunters.bandcamp.com. And they're amazing metal arrangements of video game tracks. So please check them out. They're awesome. And the last shout out I want to give is Gracie's Gaming Gauntlet. It's all one word. Gracie is GRACIE''S, and then Gaming Gauntlet, all one word. And she is the YouTube channel that actually inspired me to start making video game music quizzes. And she posts stuff generally once a week, and they're a lot of fun, a lot of different types of themes, from genre, systems, different series. So highly recommend checking out her channel. She does really great work and a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, I think.
Game music quizzes and game music and just game quizzing in general has a special flavor to it, because no matter, as you probably noticed just from this show today, no matter how much you think you know from all the games you've played and all the stuff you listen to,
Pernell
there's
knows
a
more.
jumbled mess up here. And when it's time to get called out on the spot for it, it gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
It's surprising how that
DDR Max 2. Neither of you guys. I am
Hey, in our defense, we
disappointed.
just got it off by one game. And honestly,
hindsight, I get it. I
extreme.
remember it, but no.
I spent. It was all in the end. It was all just one big DDR Extreme amalgamation, because I had like every track from every DDR up to that point, barring like 3 of them, like Hot Limit. Like they were all in Extreme, and we played only that game for like 10 years.
Yeah,
So-
actually, Hot Limit. I played that recently. There's anyway. I was at Fifth Mix. There was a long version. There's the only version of that game that had long versions of the songs. Anyway, if you want to support our little program, please go to patreon.com/rhythmandpixels. And as a subscriber there at any level, you get access to weekly prequel episodes of me and Pernell and sometimes guests hanging out and just chatting and talking about other stuff other than video games and game music.
like Mountain Dew.
Like Mountain Dew and politics sometimes. And also, you get access to a live stream recording of our episode once a month. You can kind of hang out with us in the chat, and we play games and tell jokes, and it's all the visual gags and all that stuff happens right there too. So that's really fun
too.
And we also like to thank all of our Patreon members at the end of every episode. I'd like to thank Frankly Zappa, Mike Myers, That Nick Walker, Ed Wilson of the VG Embassy, Mats Holmqvist, Michael Jennings, Davey Cakes, Justin Schneider from XVGM Radio, Sonic Medley, Taco, Harold Howard, Dave Taylor, Reinhard Zelkova, Andreas Milberg, Dan Loughton, Sleepy S'more, Stephen Miller, The Autistic Gamer 89, Cameron Werma, Christopher Shenstrom, Bobby Arson from One Up Funk, Wicked Sephiroth, Carlos, Kung Fu Carlito from the Heroes 3 podcast, Michael Bridgewater from the Forever Sound Version VGM podcast, and Brian Pitt. And I'm going to give a special shout out to our friend and who are our guest on next week's episode, Hammock, from KVGM The Last Wave. He's coming on to our show next week to talk about buddy cop music, which is going to be exciting. He started his first Patreon special show called KVGM After Hours. So, I mean, his show is already full of like sexy nighttime music, so it's going to be interesting to hear what's going on.
This one is sexier, nightier time music.
Hang on.
Definitely
Was that guy's name Reinhard Zelkova?
Yes.
You know it is.
I'm taking his name. He's got the coolest name ever. I'm going to change my name tomorrow. Sorry, Reinhardt. We're going to share the same name because you have the greatest name of all time.
It's a baller name. It really is.
There was like a few weeks in a row that I was just mispronouncing everybody's name. But I'm losing my voice already. Anyway,
Also,
yes.
One more thing. Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt again. Once you guys make the Facebook post or Twitter post or whatever, please comment your scores. I'd love to hear listener scores. I'd love to hear what you guys got. And be honest. Be honest.
Unless you got more than I got.
You'll know.
Keep it secret.
Yeah, Pernell doesn't want to know about that. But no, I would love to see that. If you're on our Discord, if you're on our Facebook, if you're on our Twitter, any of those places, we want to see what your scores are. Actually, that reminds me, I just updated our Twitter name to actually be consistent with everything else. It's just Rhythm and Pixels, all one word.
All one word.
All one word. Alloneword.com.
Word.
And
Word.
all right, that's it. Chris, thanks again for spending the time to make the quiz and to do all of this stuff for us. This is fantastic.
And even just hanging out
Thanks
with
for having me. Yeah, it's been great, guys. It's always a pleasure coming on with you guys.
Likewise. That's why you got to do this again. We just got to come up with another topic or another quiz topic or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we even need a
Talk about
topic?
bubblegum.
We don't even need a topic. We just proved that we don't need a topic.
Touche. This episode, music.
Well, thanks for listening to Rhythm and Pixels. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm Pernell.
Have a good week. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
And remember, well, I guess this is more so related. No, it's not. This could be anybody. The world's a crazy freaking magumbo place. This week has been particularly wild in our neck of the woods. I've heard a lot of people have concerns and thoughts about it. Like, it's all over. It's just too much. This is heavy. I don't know what's going on right now. And one thing that I have been able to say, and it's a mantra I've been running on for a long time now, but it just makes that much more sense than it even did before, is simple, which is that for what it is, the macro level of everything is a little wonky and crazy right now. The micro level is something that you have personal control over, or at least personal influence over. And what that means is you can't determine our politics and things of that nature aside from a general vote. But you can determine what your personal microcosm is like. Do nice things for people nearby. Be a positive voice for people in your vicinity that are close, people that are close to you. Make it so that at least you are being a positive influence on people around you and showing that there is still light out there if people are out there to see, if people want to look for it and see it. Because if many people do that, that's enough at least to give you that sense of like hope and sense of like, you know, just a bit of light in the situation. Like, just makes you feel like, okay, even though things are crazy there, at least my general vicinity is a positive environment. I can feel comfortable here. Because, again, we have control over our own personal environments. Flex that madness. Make it work for you and make it work for everyone around you. And you'll all be thankful for it. That's for sure. I know I am.